Hello, ladies, gentlemen, isopods, and any other fleshy beings that happen to come across this video, and welcome back to the IsoPodcast. I am Gage/Avery, the boy that is the vocalist for the band Bird, Official Bird. That's the channel you are on currently watching this video on Official Bird, because we are the band Bird and we decided to call our channel Official Bird due to copyright reasons, and that, we like birds. And with me today, I have the Supreme Roadie himself, Ben.
I am Ben, king of the roadies, and I play the flute every once in a while.
Along with Along with him, we have the ginger friend Devin that I've spoken of before.
Hey, it's Devin. I'm a fan. I'm basically useless, but I like this channel, so I'm like, I want a piece of that, boy.
All right. As well as him, we have the, recurring member. Everybody loves him. Everybody knows him. Our drummer, Sean.
Hello, I can hit things loudly with sticks.
It's a very good talent to have. Along with Sean the drummer, we also have another fan. That's right. This is like the loaded podcast. We have Josh the fan. I mean, not
Hi.
Josh.
Hi, I'm not Josh, and I'm just a random guy they found on the side of the street.
Yes, this is true. And then finally, you may have heard him spoke just then, we have our fabulous guitarist, William.
Hey, I'm the guitarist, William. I can hit things with a stick. I mean, who can't? But I also can strum and play notes.
Can you keep a beat with no metronome?
I can.
Me too.
You're wrong.
Okay. All right. So today on the ISO podcast, we have a couple topics, and we have a lot of people, so topics are going to take a while to get through. But apparently, the first thing we should start with is childhood stories, and more specifically, failed endeavors when you were a child and you were incompetent and couldn't do anything correctly. Does anyone have anything?
I do have one.
Go ahead.
If anyone wants to go first, they can.
No, you go first.
Go, Josh.
Yeah, Josh, come
Okay.
on, stop being such a
You can't initiate here.
So one of my first years in coming to where we live, it was all snowy and everything, and we went sledding, and they had this big hill that people were jumping off of, and my brother was like, you know what? I bet you $10 you won't go off it. And me being a dumb child was like, heck yeah, $10. So I went and I was like, okay, this is going to be cool. I slide down. Midway through, I realized this is a terrible decision. And I go flying off the jump. Like, for me, it felt super high, but it probably wasn't super high. And I landed on my back on the plastic sled and, like, couldn't move. And, like, while I was, like, grunting in pain, I heard families from above saying, see, kids, that's why you don't do that. No one came to help me.
You
I
were
just
paralyzed.
Yeah, pretty much. And everyone's like making a lesson of my mistake.
Don't ever sled ever for any reason.
Yeah.
Don't go
Pretty much.
outside. Ever.
Yeah.
All right. I think I got a fat childhood endeavor. So when I was a child, you know how gullible childs are. You tend to trust anyone. We put up this like gate thing, so we could put our dogs in a room and not have them get out. And they'd like to jump over the gate, so my dad installed this electrical wire thing over the gate. And when he first installed it, he was like, "Hey, loser, come over here." And I was like, "Yes, father." He's like, "You should touch that wire." And I was like, "All right, I'll touch that wire with my tongue." And so I did, and I electrocuted myself via my tongue and saliva, and it was incredibly painful. And my dad, I don't think my dad thinks I'm very smart still because of that. So don't touch wires with your tongues, kids. I don't care what they are, just don't. In fact, don't touch a lot of things with your tongues.
I got one.
Okay.
So there's this thing that I do sometimes, and it's very awesome. I mean, it kind of sucks, but I will completely forget what I was about to talk about, and it really, really, really sucks. And I mean, I've been experiencing this for a long time, and so essentially what I'm trying to say is I had this all planned out right until I said, "Oh, it's my turn," and then, and then I, and then I just forgot. I can't remember what I was gonna say. I'm sorry, guys. If it comes back to me, I'll go after Devin.
Nice.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Okay.
It's done.
I'm making Devin's phone vibrate.
Yeah, what the heck? Why?
Yeah, honestly, yeah. So as a young child, I liked sticking my head in things, because that's what kids do. Kids stick their heads in things, right?
Kids
So
these
we used
days.
to have this staircase that had like wooden slats on it. So I thought it was a good idea to stick my head in there, because why not? I'm a kid and I like sticking my head in things. Well, next thing you know, we actually had to take apart the handrail because I couldn't get my head out. So
Is it
that's
because your head is
basically all I
shaped like a
had.
Tic Tac?
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Wait, what does dad crash mean?
Okay, I had to write it down because that was the story that I was trying to get at. Okay.
Dad crash?
Okay. What ended up happening is I was in the car with my sister and my mom, and my grandma was there also. And what we were doing was muting myself because my mom's calling my name.
Oh my God, we're never
Wow.
gonna get to hear this story.
Okay, I have a story as well, if you would like to hear it.
Okay, I got it. No, shut up, Sean.
Okay, alright. Go after.
So
Why was
we were all in the car, and my dad was in front of us on a motorcycle, because he just wanted to ride the motorcycle. It was my it was my okay, it was my brother's motorcycle, and we were going down to a job site where we were going to spend the night, and my brother wanted his motorcycle because he wanted to take it around. So my dad was driving the motorcycle there, and my dad had just normal clothes on. He didn't have biking clothes on, which I will explain that later. But we were driving, and we saw a deer stand up on the road, and my dad looked directly at the deer, and then looked straight forward. And the deer ran right in front of my dad and we were going like 40 miles an hour. Knocked my dad off of his motorcycle mid-air. I watched this entire thing because I was in the middle. I was in the middle seat, so I could see everything very clearly. My dad's helmet flew off before he hit the ground. Like he had undid it or something like before, so he could like get his chin cool or something. That's what he told us. He can't really remember it at all, but and the deer knocked on the ground. He landed headfirst without a helmet on, and I walked outside, and there was my dad in a pool of blood,
dead?
and
Wow.
we thought he was dead. It was very likely that he was dead, and we took him to the ER, and he was out the same night that he crashed.
Bruh, your dad is a superhero.
Yeah.
Rip
Yeah.
that daddy-o.
What the heck? That's yeah. Why? That story was
Rip dad. I just realized the coincidentialness of that.
Devin's dad is dead, everyone.
oh.
That's all good. Don't
Okay.
feel bad.
My
I
dad
killed
did
him.
not die. Screw you, Devin.
I mean, don't show that to the police.
Okay.
Sean,
Story.
go.
So, many of you have heard this before.
Ben, stop
What?
typing.
Okay.
We can hear it.
Why does that sound like the Minecraft title screen on like Xbox?
Yeah.
It's the okay, whatever. It was a rainy morning. I went out for a walk in my woods, and I was doing kid stuff. I was stomping around in puddles, and I was going and swinging sticks around and stuff. So I decided, hey, there's this little tree that fell over. I'm gonna go get a giant stick from it. So I put my foot up on one of the sticks and pull at it with my hands, and it snaps. Or it doesn't snap. My foot slips off of it because of the slipperiness, right? And the stick goes right into my face. The branch, I should say. And it slams me in the face. And I start walking. Huh?
You died.
I died. But I started walking home, and I was, the adrenaline was flowing, I didn't know what was going on. Kind of a blur to me right now, but walking home, my mom sees me outside. She told me that I had blood dripping out of my face, like all down my shirt, and I had no idea that was happening at the time. So we go in, get cleaned up. Turns out I completely killed the nerves in my front teeth. And yeah, that's the thing. That happens.
Oh.
So
Wonderful
That's
ending.
metal.
yeah.
I sort of had the same. I sort of had the same thing happen to me, but it was a shovel, so it's not as cool.
Oh.
Hmm. I have
That's
a
just hard rock.
story.
That ain't metal.
All right.
All right. Does anyone have any other childhood stories?
Ben?
I have a story.
Okay.
I have like a very short thing I could add, I guess.
You should go. Devon.
So I lived in the white ghetto.
Dude, same.
So the white ghetto, as most of you probably actually don't know, to an extent, it's almost as bad as the black ghetto. Okay?
No, boy, you're paraphrasing what I've said.
I know.
I'm gonna slap you.
I'm just adding that fact because it was just a conversation between you and me, not everyone on the interweed. So we're hanging up with my fellow hood rat children up in the biggest tree in the neighborhood. Then some kids like, I bet you can't go get the pine cone from the end of the branch. Well, I was like challenged on Billy, because I actually don't remember the kid's name. So I went to go grab it, and it snaps, and I fall about 20 feet straight to my chest, in which I'd thought I was dead. I thought
20 feet, yes, absolutely.
my 8-year-old self was pretty sure that this was the end of my life, and that it was all over. So yeah.
Did you die?
Yeah, fun fact, I actually died.
Oh, nice.
Nice, bro.
I have a quick one. Real quick one. Another one. Sorry, guys. My brothers, I don't think I've told the internet yet. I have 8 siblings, and over half of them are brothers. And so my brother Jordan, he's the closest to me. He's only like 10 years older than I am. All my other brothers are like 25 years older than I am. Said, William, I'm gonna put the hose on, and this was when I was like 8. And I'll just put the hose on down the hill, and it'll create a big, huge mudslide down our hill. And if anybody who's ever been to my house knows that there's this huge, massive hill next to my house. And then he put me on his shoulders, and he said, William, we'll slide down together. And I don't know if my brother was trying to kill me, but he just threw me off the edge of the cliff. He grabbed me and just tossed me off the edge.
Oh, this bitch empty. Yeet.
Pretty much.
Rip.
And I landed in the mud, and I got a ton of mud in my eyes, and I couldn't see out of my eyes. My brother was like, oh, I'm so sorry, William. I'm like, I know your motives, Jordan. Stop playing nice.
Top 10 worst anime betrayals.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com.
I would just like to say the $10 my brother promised me, I did not get.
Whoops.
Well, you
Yeah.
didn't succeed in your task.
No, I went off the jump.
Thought the deal was you had to get to the bottom of the jump.
I did get to the bottom of the jump. I jumped it and landed on my back.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I have a story.
Go.
It's kind of pathetic. So I was like 6 years old, right? And we're hauling lumber down to the burn pile. And there's nails all over this lumber, okay? And my cousin and I are carrying this big 2x4. And we carry it down to the burn pile, and I'm like, okay, now we're going to drop it. But I didn't mean drop it. I meant we're going to set it down because we're 6 years old, and 2x4 is the heaviest thing on the face of the earth to us. And so she drops it, and my hand is sandwiched between two 2x4s. Both of them, or one of them, has a nail in it. And the nail goes through my hand, and my hand is bleeding everywhere. And being the 6-year-old that I am, I see the blood, and I flip out. And I come running up to my house, and I'm like, "Mom, I'm gonna die! Oh!" And I'm probably screaming incoherent things at this point because my hand's bleeding and I'm in pain. And we end up going to urgent care, where I am completely convinced this entire time that I'm going to die. And but then I look at my hand, and there's a tiny little red dot, and I'm like, that's not gonna kill me.
Wait. Are you sure this was when you were like 6? Because I vaguely recall this in like 4th or 5th grade.
I'm definitely using hyperbole here,
Got it. Cool.
but
I
only
would
on
like
the
to
age
also
thing.
point out the fact that you said a
Thank you.
6-year-old man.
6-year-old man.
I am.
He's been an old man for only 6 years.
6-year-old man and very tall midget.
I'm a very tall midget.
I have another one.
Oh boy.
Many of you have heard this one as well.
I haven't.
Okay, so little kid, right? Little baby. I'm like, I don't even know how old I am, but me want brownie. My dad has brownie. Me walk towards brownie. Me trip on dad foot and hit my head. So basically, okay, it sounds a lot worse than it is. He had a brownie. I was like, okay, let's go get the brownie. Trip over his leg. And I go face down into the stones under my fireplace. And I actually had to get stitches. Like, yeah. Wasn't too bad.
Wow.
Your
But,
wee bab mine.
Oh, wait, another one. I also fell out of a hammock once onto concrete.
I fell out of a
As a
hammock
child.
off my cliff.
Bruh,
Another time falling off
William's
my
the guy that has to one up everyone.
You know, I fell out of an airplane that had a hammock on the top of it.
Bruh,
Yeah,
I fell
William-
from
literally fell
orbit
off.
out of my hammock.
I fell
William,
out of
you
orbit
gotta-
and into space and never came back.
Damn.
William, when you get a girlfriend, and it's
When?
Valentine's Day and you get to each other, if you get a girlfriend and it's Valentine's Day and you're exchanging gifts, you're gonna be like, I got you this really awesome gift. It's a car. Wait, she's gonna be like, I got you a car, and you're gonna be like, I got you a helicopter.
And she'll be like, I got you a helicopter, and I'm gonna be like, I literally bought you the entire world. No, stop. That car was mine before you even got the car. Okay?
You even got the car. Arr.
I am now a pirate. I'm converting to piratism.
Piratism?
Yes,
It's
It's a
the
religion.
it's a religion of pirating.
75th gender.
Alright.
Bruh.
So, I actually have another story, like one more. Okay, I know.
Did you hurt your face?
No, this is an endeavor, a failed endeavor, but it's not like painful. Okay. I've also told the story to I think William before.
Yeah, I don't know. I have never heard this story.
Okay. I used to be in a band.
What?
Oh yeah.
What?
What?
Used
Wait.
to be.
Are we getting
Hey.
beaned?
Quote unquote band. All right. So this is gonna kind of lead into the next topic. I think next topic, right? Yeah. So this was when I started playing drums, long time ago. My friend and I,
10 years ago.
ish, yeah. My friend and I, we were like, "Yo, I can play the drums. You can kind of sing. Let's just do a two-man band." Keep in
Oh,
mind,
no.
keep in mind,
Fire.
we were like, I don't even know,
7
five,
years old.
7 years old. Less than that, maybe.
You told me you were 7.
Yeah. And
Hello.
well, we wrote a few songs, and my drum line was just the simple like, boom da ch drum line.
That's
You know
it.
that one?
There's just those three. Just those three.
Yep.
That's
Those
it. That's the
three.
whole song.
Yep.
No more. Not just literally. Song's over.
Yeah. Right.
No more drumming.
So the typical drum line. That's basically all I could do. Maybe simple fill here and there. Don't think I even had a crash cymbal at that time. Just a ride and a hi hat. Yep. Good days.
Ooh.
So we wrote a few
I had
songs.
to be a crash.
The songs were like less than a minute long, and they're really bad.
Oh no.
And I became self-aware.
And
then I was
said,
like-
"Why
At
you
that
never
moment,
told me
young
about
Sean
your
became
freaking
self-
band?"
I was like, this is really bad. I should just stop. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I have that, but with our band. What? I mean,
You have
no.
that with Ben?
I'm
No,
actually
but we-
surprised.
With our band, I look back and I'm like, I'm not very good at this, but I'm gonna keep going anyway.
Yeah.
Just keep on chugging along. It's fine.
Oh, I remember one of our
One day we'll
songs
wake up.
actually.
Oh no.
I think it was called like Imagination. Okay, like the
Oh, really?
most stereotypical. It's a song about like your mind and your imagination and all that stuff.
Imagine all the people.
So it was really bad.
living-
What if the world was made of glazed donuts? Then this video would be copyright strike stroking, and we'd die.
Copyright stroking.
Whoops.
Also, copyright stroking. Quote me as saying that. Anyways, I just want to say that everyone on this server is online except for Joe,
Joe.
Fucking-
who's dead.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's living in the big nasty.
Yeah.
May I ask what the big nasty is?
It's his big nasty RV.
Oh.
Burf.
That's very
Perf.
old and very yellow,
Uh-oh.
and it
If he
should
joins-
definitely be white.
He's doing some moving work. Well, we won't be seeing Burke.
Oh,
Rip bird.
Oh no. Darn. No Burke.
a
Anyways, I feel like
bird.
we've hit childhood stories really hard. So
Yes.
Yeah.
hey, quick guys, or
Get
not
to
quick,
that.
I don't care. How did we all start playing our respective instruments?
Going down the line. Gage.
All right. What? I spoke one day,
Yeah,
and then I spoke louder and in a different tone several times over the course of like 12 years, 13 years, I don't know.
And then I was like, Gage, you want to be in a band? Can you play guitar?
Actually, excuse you.
No.
Excuse you. I went, hey, William, you want to be in this band that me and Joe made?
Bruh, I made the band with Joe a long time before.
No, you didn't.
Fun fact.
Yes,
the
I
first band practice
freaking
was at my
did.
house. It was just me and Joe.
Devin can vouch for me because originally you weren't in the band. It was me, Devin, and Joe, and someone
yeah, but
else.
You want to know something funny? Is me and Joe got in science, we're all broing out, and then I was like, "Hey, do you know anybody who could be in our band, in the band that we want to create?" And he was like, "Yeah, Gage can be in it." So can
Except
Parker
he
Gallagher.
probably said that having me already been in like having this idea currently.
I'm the founding father.
You are not founding. I remember telling Devin this too because I was like, if William ever says anything about having found the band, he's actually wrong. Me and Joe found it. Don't let anyone
Well,
else.
Joe
tell you.
lied to me.
That
Joe
is
lied to me.
correct.
This isn't my fault. I legitimately thought me and Joe were the dude. I'm uninformed.
The very first band practice was just me and Joe sitting in my garage, and then we decided like this is lame. Let's just go watch memes for the rest of the day. Because Gage couldn't show up.
Yeah. As you can see, I'm very dedicated to this band. I didn't even show up to the first practice. Anyways, sorry for getting triggered. Oh, there goes Ben. Guess we won't be hearing about his fluting things. Oh, hey Ben. Hey Ben, tell us about your fluting things.
Oh, I was like in 5th grade, and they're like, you need to either sing with the devil lady, or you need to go and join this cool
Shut up
club
about
called
Mrs.
band.
And you were like,
Yes,
all right,
yes,
cool.
yes,
What's the
yes.
gayest instrument I can get? And they're like, here, have the flute.
I was actually like, I can't do this. What's the quietest instrument I can get?
Ooh.
And then I learned, and I was like, hey, this is the coolest instrument, guys. Flute propaganda.
Wrong.
Coolest
Trumpet
wind
is the
instrument.
best. Is the best
No.
instrument, says Travis.
Yeah, because
actually-
trumpet players, they never mind. I'm not gonna go
They're
Don't-
smart lads.
there. I'm not gonna go there.
I was a trumpet player.
So I need to mute.
All right, Devin, you play instruments, right?
Oh yeah. So actually, I've recently bought a guitar from this young lad named Avery/Gage Boss.
Hey!
Hey!
Oh man, last name.
God damn it, Devin!
My bad. Yeah.
Better run edit this
Bro.
out.exe.
Context.
Edit
It's
this
fine,
out.
You can edit that out.
Trademarked.
You want to get wasted while watching the ISO podcast? Just take a shot every time we say edit this out.
Yeah.
I'll get you one step closer.
The entire ISO podcast, an entire episode of the ISO podcast, but every time one of the members says edit this out, it's a clip of Sean saying a kid or two kids fighting over a chicken nugget. It gets increasingly more loud as it progresses.
I just want to say that thing again.
What?
What now?
Edit this out.
Two kids fighting over a chicken nugget.
I'm now pronounced legally dead.
Can I get a second opinion?
No.
Devin,
What?
what is... He's been here this whole time. Devin, tell us about your instrument playing.
Well, yeah. So I just recently started playing the guitar. I used to play the bass, but I decided that William wanted to buy that. So I was
And
like,
then
"Here you
William
go."
loaned it to
No.
me, so the circle of life.
Actually, he didn't decide to buy it. I was just selling it, and they're like, "Hey, we'll take that." I'm like, "Okay."
Wait, did he not pay you?
No, he paid me.
I paid him way too much than that bass is worth.
Yeah.
This bass is nice. I have it right here, my
Oh my
lads. It's a fine bass.
Yo,
It did kind of
yo.
good in the end though.
I would also
My
like to
iPad
point out
was
the fact
proper
that
gay.
my bass was 100% identical to the guitar that I have now.
We basically just traded guitars, Devin.
It's a bass. No, it's a bass guitar. Fair enough.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, Sean.
Okay.
Yeah, Sean, go. How'd you do the drums?
All right, about like
Yeah,
7,
everyone's
8
been
years
through.
ago. Okay, well,
It was 10 years, Sean.
I mean,
Stop
10
being
years.
inconsistent.
Okay, 10 years ago, but I was like 7 or 8. That's what I meant to say. Okay. And
That was not 10 years ago, Sean. That was 7
okay,
or
Sean,
8
listen.
years
No,
ago.
listen.
You are definitely 18.
Listen.
Absolutely.
I was over exaggerating when I said 10 years. It was about like 8. Okay, let's go with 8. Okay.
Okay.
Um.
I mean, would do.
So I was like, I guess, hey, I want to play the drums. I think that's pretty cool. And I think we got one, like a garage sale or something. I don't even remember. So I started playing. I started taking lessons. And yeah. Then in 5th grade, I made the brilliant decision to play the trumpet instead of percussion. Because why not? And then
Daddy.
switched to percussion in 8th grade.
Failed childhood endeavors.
Dude, honestly, drums are awesome. And I only wish that I could play them, but then I'm over here like, what's beat? That's why I'm the vocalist, because all I gotta do is say the right words at the right time in the right way.
At least you can play the Reese's Puff song.
Reese's Puffs, Reese's Puffs.
Smash your head against a rock.
Anyways,
I need.
Josh,
Yes,
what do you
Okay.
play?
I play the flute as well as Ben, except I have a little
Not
interesting
as well
fact.
as me.
Oh, yeah, I said not as well. Definitely. What I was about to say is I never
I-
actually learned the notes. I just memorized the buttons. So when someone says like play a D, I go okay. Yeah,
That's how I was
That's
with
interesting.
trumpet.
yeah. I never put any effort into actually learning the flute. I can just play it now.
I'm joking,
Good
Josh.
job.
You can play as good as me.
I actually don't know how to
it's
play
not
the
hard.
guitar.
All right. Well, it looks like we're done with this discussion because we're skipping William because he doesn't need that ego boost.
What the heck? I know I got this.
Yeah, I'll just talk about how one time he was in a spaceship with his dad and whipped out his $4,000 ukulele.
No, my dad has a $4,000 Gibson guitar.
Okay, William, go.
Okay.
I'm just not going to do
One
it.
day I was like, I went over to my brother's house. My brother was like, William, are you into guitars at all? I'm like, no. What do you think I am, a committed person? And my brother was like, William, I'm going to teach you how to play 2 chords. And then you can sing the song Bang Bang. I don't even know who's it by, but it's like, bang, bang, you shot me down, bang, bang, I hit the ground, bang, bang. And I was like, okay. And I learned how to, it was E minor and A minor and E minor and A minor and E minor and A minor. And then I was like, that's pretty fun. I can create music. And then my dad bought me a ukulele for my birthday. And I was like, that's pretty sick, dude. And I played the ukulele and I learned how to play every chord on the ukulele. And I basically used what I learned from the ukulele to play on the guitar. And then I learned every chord and I played with my dad on the worship team because I'm a good Christian Jesus lover. And then I was like, playing chords is lame. I'm gonna learn how to play some riffs. And I looked up top 10 riffs to play, and I learned every single one of them. And then I was like, I'm gonna learn how to play rock. And then I robbed my brother's electric guitar from him, and I was like, oh, this is cool. I can play this, and it'll make a cracky noise, and it will sound gross. And I like that noise a lot. And my brother was like, here, take a pedal board, take this. And so he just loaded me out with what it usually takes a person 25 years to get. I got in one day, and it blew my mind. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, thank you, my brother Jordan. Adam. And then I digressed in my ability to play guitar.
Digressed?
Digressed.
You got worse.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, our band, honestly, we skipped the 2 hardest parts of being a band, acquiring equipment and getting signed. Both thanks to Williams Brothers. Because we are all like, let's start a band, and they're like, yeah, let's do that. Do we have all the equipment for it? Williams like, yeah, I have literally everything. It's like, Good job, William. Except for Sean. Sean had all of his own stuff basically.
Yeah.
Wish I had a nice brother.
Yeah,
Regular
and then
Joshua.
that's basic. And then also getting signed is just like a phone call away. We're like, "Hey, William's brother, sign us, please, please."
Now you're like,
Wait, are
yeah,
you
you don't
actually
have to
signed?
sell my organs to make a band.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. What are we?
Wait, I have an idea. This is something that I was talking to my friend, my friend who does all our horseshoes, and she was like, "Hey, the Rock 94.5 puts on like a battle of the bands thing, kind of. Not really. It's just kind of like you submit your music, and if they like it, they will buy you. They will give you like $20,000 to play on to get equipment, but you can only use it for equipment.
Bro.
Seriously. And this lady who I was talking to, her son, excuse me, won the $20,000 and bought himself a nice guitar, a drum set, and the fattest amp, and then like all kinds of other crap and like microphone and PA system. And I was like, oh, we have to enter this thing now.
Wait, when was this?
Like in the 2006. It still goes on. It's like once a. It's
Oh,
like
frick.
once
I
or
just
twice a
realized,
year.
did you dox us by saying, nah, it's fine.
Rock 94 and a third.
Rock 94 and 7/4.
3/8.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. Honestly,
power.
if they find us at this point, I can't be bothered.
Congratulations. to
Just
somebody
kidnap
who's-
me.
If they figure out where Rock 94 and a yeet comes from, myself out. Saving you some
Covers
work.
a fairly large area.
If anything, we're advertising them. Anyways, that now that we're all done with that, I can do an important announcement. No, what? Yeah, go for it, Ben.
Never mind. No. I just wanted to say, I wrote all the topics on a paper plate in the middle of sixth period today, and I can't remember why I wrote this, but I just wrote cults, period.
Oh,
I don't know why.
dad crash.
Yes.
Dad crash.
All right. Anyway, yeah. Maybe we'll discuss cults. Maybe we are in a cult. Oh, wait. Would you guys like to join the cult
Is
of
the
Bird?
KKK the cult?
It's a clan.
It's a clan. Okay.
Join the cult of Bird. Yeah. Anyways,
It's
All hail old bird.
it's the brothers
Bird.
of the old bird, which is kind of a cult.
all right. Okay. Anyways, an important announcement. The announcement is official Bird, our freaking awesome brand, now has a Twitter and an Instagram. You can see them on our channel banner. And they were set up by our drummer Sean, who's very tech savvy and also actually dedicated to making the band happen. Thanks,
Yeah.
buddy.
Yay.
Yeah.
You
Good
are
job.
I
very
think-
welcome.
Hey, sure.
I think they're both just official Birds, so just look that up and be like, oh wow,
I had to put some underscores in there because they're already taken, but
oh
yeah.
frick.
We have one post.
I have neither Instagram or Twitter.
Then you're
Anytime
useless to us. Get out.
Josh.
Anytime I hear the word Instagram, I just picture a guy that is able to clap his hands, and then a fellow jumps out and hands him a graham cracker. And that's his.
Wait, what? Can you repeat that, William?
It's just
Josh was making-
an Instagram is a guy that just waits around your room, like next to you with a graham cracker, and and then when you snap your fingers, he just comes out and gives you his
Half the
Instagram.
universe dies.
Yeah, your Instagram, and then half the universe dies.
Here, have a graham cracker.
No, it's not a graham cracker. It's an Instagram because you got it instantly.
Instantly.
A telegram, like a note.
Mm.
Like a Dear John.
While we're advertising things you don't care about, go check out not Josh's YouTube video. He does a thing where he does research on something for only 10 minutes and then makes a video about that topic based on the notes he took in those 10 minutes. It's really funny. And we'll probably put a link in the description, or Sean will, because he
Yes.
edits these things.
Yay.
I will try.
Yeah.
Pretty neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's amusing.
another video probably won't come out till like a while because like my computer's broken.
But if you get more subs than us, then I'm quadruple banning you.
Oh, nobody subscribe, please.
Just remember
Anyways.
us when you're famous, okay? Give us a shout out.
Do we have
Yeah,
a
Josh.
I
All
don't
right.
know, maybe.
So calling back to our first podcast, we're gonna do a review of a movie, but with no spoilers. Let's review Infinity War. It's a good movie.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
That's it.
Yep.
That's all I got.
Yeah, without
That's
spoiling
really,
it.
yeah, that's all we can say.
So basically, we can't spoil it. So nothing
Um,
to be said.
I will
It's
give
a good
brief-
movie.
I will give a brief description, and if you can, in fact, know the movie, you will understand. Oh man, this is cool. Oh well, gotta get these things. Oh, geesh.
Oh man, I gotta get these things. Oh man, sheesh.
That's
here's-
basically it.
yeah, it is
Yeah.
a superhero movie.
Probably. Maybe. I don't know.
That might be too spoiler.
It's a Let's be honest. It's a supervillain movie.
Yeah.
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 I mean, maybe it is, maybe it isn't.
So,
Batman
Speaking
dies
of
in
what?
Infinity War.
yeah, Batman dies.
Yeah.
Green Lantern actually saves Gotham City. And
And then
Justice
Darkseid-
League. The rest of the Justice
Darkseid
League.
comes in.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing I've always loved about Marvel and DC. Marvel's over here like New York City, and DC's over here like New York City but edgy. Like, okay, I see where you're going.
Thanks, DC.
But also sometimes actual regular New York City for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, very weird.
Like, thanks, DC.
Funny thing, Gage said that joke about a Batman dying at breakfast, and I sat there for like a solid 5 minutes, just sitting there, and I'm like, all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, that's funny.
Batman's not a Marvel.
That's
Batman.
exactly what happened.
Also, I had a kid on the bus try and convince me that Superman was Marvel, and I was like, "Are you dumb?" Then I was like, "No, he's DC. He's always been DC." And he's like, "He's both." And I'm like, "That's not how that works."
When I got home from seeing the movie, my dad's roommate's like, "Oh, what movie did you see?" I said, "I'm gonna go see Marvel Infinity War." He goes, "Oh, so like Spider-Man, Superman, Batman?" I was like, "You only got one of those right."
You know what? That's when you just nod.
Yeah.
That's how my
Just
dad is too.
Oh yeah, your dad said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the Green Lantern?
He's
We're
like,
like, we're
wasn't
all-
wasn't Thanos and Green Lantern? And I'm like, Dad.
Please.
I'd also like to say I downloaded that movie off an illegal movie site to watch it last night, and I was
I don't know
FBI,
if you
open
should
up.
be saying this. Yeah,
Yeah,
FBI.
don't say that.
FBI, get him over here.
It wasn't illegal, actually.
We gotta
That's
delete
why
this
I have a
episode now.
subscription.
Dang it! Looks like we have to restart.
Just needed to add that dramatic effect. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Deleted episode.
Yeah. Right. God. Yeah, no, everyone and their dog knows that I'm a really big fan of Chris Pratt. Somehow even my dad knows this because I don't think my dad was aware that in Infinity War there was going to be the Guardians of the Galaxy, which isn't a spoiler. You should know that. They're in it.
It's in the
Don't worry
trailer.
about it. Yeah, it's in the trailer. And so the second Chris Pratt showed up, my dad just leans over and looks like down the aisle because I'm 2 seats away from him because we had some friends, and he just looks at me, and I look back and I'm like, yes, it's Chris Pratt, everyone's favorite person, regardless of if you think they are. You don't have a choice. I made that choice for you. My opinion is God's opinion.
Yes.
I'll hit old blurb.
Just got really quiet. I'm uncomfortable.
Okay.
I'm
So-
sorry.
We have been recording for about 45 minutes.
Holy cow, man! That feels like we have been recording for longer.
That's
My hair drops. Uh,
I've eaten about 300 pieces of candy over the course of this episode.
You're gonna die. You have diabetes.
I have diabetes, and then I got it again, and then I got it again.
Diabetes.
I have 3. I have 3 whole diabetes.
3 whole diabetes.
Mm.
All right, Devin, you're the funniest person in this call. Say something funny.
So, coincidentally,
Something funny.
What are you doing?
Devin, do something or say something funny.
So here's
Something
the thing,
funny.
I'm not really necessarily a stand-up comedian. Most of the things I do funny, it's because
You saw
I'm
it on the
fat when I
internet.
do it. It makes it look 10 times funnier than a normal person doing it.
Josh, stop!
Can you stop making noise, Josh, please?
Sorry.
Please
Sorry,
stop.
My mom got here and like she told me to move the bag. So, my gosh, sorry.
So,
Did you move the bags?
I did. I muted
boy.
for most of it.
Good lad. Anyways, Devin, funny things go.
Funny thing, actually, when we started this podcast, I was inside of the bathroom. I bet you guys didn't know that.
Oh.
Wow.
oh,
Oh.
It's not that funny. I just
Now I'm uncomfortable.
thought I would let you guys know.
Magical.
the bathroom.
See. All right, how can we stall for like 5 more minutes to make this pretty spicy? Pretty
Well,
Music?
I can.
spicy. What's that?
Hey, which ones of us loves Muslim?
Whoa, wait a minute. Hold on, what?
Wait, where did you?
Which
What
one of
happened?
us likes people, individuals?
I don't know about people, man. They're sketchy.
Yeah.
Especially in the white ghetto.
I'm pretty sure.
You wanna know
In
how
the
to
white
burn
ghetto.
yourself in?
Pretty sure the old verb could have put a lot more effort into making people.
You wanna know
Why
how
would
to-
he make people? He could just make birds, which are better than people.
Which is
People
why
were
I didn't
failed
put a lot of
experiment.
effort into them. I guess. Yeah. Failed child
Oh no!
experience.
Oh no!
We are now weeds. Pretty much.
I caught a robot on fire once.
Wow.
I caught my mixtape on fire one time. Or it caught itself on fire, really, actually.
That's pretty spicy.
I touched a red hot rock before.
Was it
Oh my
hot?
gosh, Josh, you need to tell this story.
Oh yeah.
This is a failed
okay.
childhood experience.
Okay, yeah. So back in Ohio, where my family was, they have a big giant bonfires, and I was like, "Oh, sweet! I'm tiny and I love bonfires." And one time there was like a glowing rock next to this fire. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, a glowing rock! I need that now!" And I picked it
It's an
up.
infinity stone.
Yeah. Anyway, it was a molten rock apparently, and it burnt my hand, and it hurt very badly.
Good
I
job.
have a similar story.
I have one too.
Okay, but I'm gonna go first. So what ended up? Me and my friends, my good old friends, were throwing this Pringles jar over this huge burn pile that was all ashes, because we were like just throwing it across. We had just burned a pile, and so it was just like this massive pile of ashes. And lucky for me, my friend threw it right directly on the very top of the burn pile, and I was like, "Oh, I wanted to go get that. I'm just a little kid dirtbag," and I went up, and I got it, and my feet have lost feeling because of it. And I went to the ER, and they cut off the bottom of my foot.
Ah.
Yeah. Okay. Mine isn't as brutal. This one time we were camping, and you know how lanterns, they have fire in them. They're vessels for fire, and we had a lantern on our ATV, and I was like, I'm gonna go vroom vroom on this ATV, and so I started. Well, I got on it, and the lantern was like skadoosh, and it fell off, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna save the lantern, so I caught it, but the metal on the lantern was like very hot, and so it scorched the crap out of my hands and like burned them, and it really sucked for the rest of the camping trip. because I was just in pain and stuff. Because burns are like some of the most like painful things in the entire world. They just
Yeah.
don't stop hurting.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Especially
There's
when
a-
it's that hot coffee and it like burns the tip of your tongue. It's not like it's that painful. It's just very annoying.
You can't taste anything, and everything
Oh,
tastes
yeah.
like acid, and you're just like,
Okay. How far in are we, Sheen?
We
19
are 50 minutes in, exactly.
Okay, to close out this podcast before we do our outro nonsense, I just want to ask everyone a question. Do you like coffee or nah?
yes, all of it. Mm-hmm.
I
I'm not a
only
big-
drink. Oh, you go first. You can go.
Okay, I'm not a big coffee fan.
All right,
Honestly.
sorry. Oh, I am a coffee fan. I'll just preface that. So we have 2 yes, 1 no.
Ow.
So
Cough.
Kramer, that makes me gotta go poopy. So practically the only way I can drink coffee is black, which actually I don't mind. Like just pitch black coffee.
So
It's
I
the
guess
only
that's
way
like an
that's
in
good.
between.
Yeah, that's a yes. That's a yes.
All right, 3 then. All right.
No,
I have something to say real quickly. Now that I think about it, I had black coffee, so that
Oh,
might be the reason
no.
why I don't like coffee.
Wow.
We're not laughing. Why? The reason you're laughing, Josh.
Okay.
We're laughing because lag. You were lagging.
fee.
Okay.
Coffee. All right, William, what's your opinion on coffee? Go.
I am a mega Washingtonian, so
Oh, no.
I don't
Oh,
wake up
no.
and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna stick it in the Keurig. No, I ain't for that. I have to pull out the espresso machine,
Oh, no.
and then I have to pull out the French press, and I have to be like, oh, I'm gonna make a French press espresso swirl.
That's
Because
not
no-
being Washingtonian. That's being a hipster.
That's
Yeah.
But
Okay,
it's
sure.
basically that being Washingtonian and being a hipster are like,
Synonymous. So,
Yeah.
are you for or against coffee?
I am for coffee if it's well done.
All right, that's
I
4.
really
All right, Sean.
Yes,
I'm
100%.
against
Yes.
Keurig coffee.
Oh my God. Yeah, we got 5 for coffee and 1 against.
Well, no, that-
Quick, we have
Everybody
to
turns to
beat up Josh. Let's go, buddy.
I don't
So-
have anything against coffee. I just don't drink it.
All right. All
Uh,
right.
So
I think
Me, walk around 5
I'm
o'clock.
just gonna
fancy coffee's gross.
we're about done with this episode. If anyone has anything to say in closing, say it now.
Yes, I have something to say, boys, and I'd just like to thank everyone at the Avenger Academy, and I would like to thank my mom. Yeah, I love you guys. Love
Okay, thank you for that.
You're welcome. All right, before we leave, I would just like to say, hi, I'm having an identity crisis. Thank you for watching the IsoPodcast.
And, glob, glow, gap, glab.
Come back next time for some quality beating or meat.